Are you ready?
Yeah, turn up the heat.
Are you ready?
Is he ready?
Oh, yeah, he's ready.
It's go time.
Ready to go beyond the scores and stats.
I love it.
Good.
Let's bring it in. It's showtime, right?
Welcome to High on Sports.
The whole deal is like some kind of crazy game.
Exclusively on MorningShowCentral.com.
Hello and welcome to High on Sports. I am Ralphie, and with me, as always, is Ashley.
And I am Von Erich.
I almost
And-
drowned, but I'm okay now.
What a great way to come back!
Yeah, really.
All right, you
We're
all
all
right?
alive still.
I'm
You
alive.
alright?
I'm alive. I got the water out of my lungs.
You need another week off?
I know, I'm good
Right
now.
here? Okay. Thanks for joining us, by the way.
Oh my god.
Remember, if you are, thanks for, listening to your laptop and whatever, and if you're not, I'm all discombobulated now. You can listen to us from your phone, is what I'm getting at. Just take your smartphone, go to the App Store, search for TuneIn Radio. It is free to download. Just install it. Search MSC Radio Network, hit play, and you are listening to us live on the go from your phone, wherever you both may be. And remember, as always, it's a totally interactive program we have for you tonight. You can call the show toll-free, 1-888-668-0742. Email your questions or comments to shows with an S at morningshowcentral.com. You can also check out the Facebook, which is, of course, facebook.com/high-on-sports. If you haven't already, go ahead and give that a like. It makes us happy and brightens our day. And it'll make you feel good, too, honestly, I think. And remember, as always, you can tweet your questions or comments at us at high_on_sports or with the hashtag high-on-sports. And the website, of course, is high-on-sports.net. It's got the archive of all our past shows, my blog, and a bunch of other fun stuff. Again, that is high-on-sports.net. Now we would go right into round one, but it is nearing ever closer, people, and I'm just tingly with delight and excitement just holding this in my hand. It is a flyer for the MSC Radio Network's 7th annual Uncensored Net Noise Birthday Bash. It is September 20th, obviously 2013. Doors open at 8, show starts at 9. We've got Morality Check, Necros Obscura, The Burning Harlots, Darling Waste. It is an all-ages show, though. It's $8 at the door. Under 21 is a $3 cover charge. Of course, at Rock City Tap House, 5324 State Road, Parma, Ohio. The area code is 44134 if you need that, too. I don't know, why not? You're going to want to go. You'll see, of course, Chris, our fearless leader from Uncensored Net Noise. I'll be there. I'd say signing autographs, but I won't be. If you want one, I'll give you one. You just don't want one. I think Von Erich will be there, too.
Yes, I will be there.
Von
in
Erich,
attendance.
Von Erich of Everything in Between fame. And a bunch of other
and
people.
this show, too, that we found that out earlier.
Yeah, so we did find that out earlier today, that you actually have some sort of role on High on Sports. That you've been
really?
doing. Interesting. Again, that is the MSC Radio Network 7th Annual Uncensored Net Noise Birthday Bash. See you there, people. All right.
Come on, to be fair with the whole thing, with the High on Sports thing, I wasn't thinking. Shut up.
Did you make a dum-dum?
He's talking about clearing our hard drive. Our hard drives they're full of copies of all
we
our
do
shows.
so
and
many
everything.
shows because we actually do a show every week.
Absolutely. I mean, we're just here tonight, but there's other people. I'm sure. I've heard of them. No, I'd listen, but no. So we're talking about giving everybody copies of their show and everything, and he was just like, "Yeah, do you want High on Sports too?" And Von Erich's just, well, I do it. Anyways, let's get right into stuff here. It is round one. Let's go. Oh, it's good to be back. I love that.
It
feeling.
is.
I got here early too, and I'm just taking pictures of things. If you're friends with me on Facebook, there's just pictures of microphones and stuff. Like,
Oh, how I missed
exciting!
thee.
Yay! Like, I'm here every week. I don't even care about this stuff, but then I'm gone for 2 weeks. I'm like, I missed you, microphone.
Right.
How are you doing today, Cord? Oh, I love you guys. No, but there's another reason to be excited. Not just that we're back after our Labor Day, not Memorial Day. Labor Day break. And that is because football is back, both college and adult, grown-up National Football League. It's always a glorious time. We're nearing, I'd say next month, I think, is the best month probably of sports, period. It's October. You get the NFL all underway, baseball and their playoffs and everything. Basketball literally right around the corner. But let's not have that outshine September at all. September, as I'm calling it. It is, of course, we've got football going on now, college and regular, as I said. Baseball is seriously in the swing of things. Things are heating up fast. The Indians got 19 games left? I want to say I'd have to double check my math.
Less than 20.
19 games left, 2 back for the second wild card position. It could happen, people. It very well
And
could
the
happen.
schedule looks very good from here on out.
It does. We'll get more into
boys.
that later, but let's enjoy the fact that we haven't really been able to talk football in quite some time. And we'll start with our home team here. Obviously, we're from the Cleveland area and everything. So I'd be remiss if we didn't bring it up. The Browns, a lot of people here, let's say, I'd say most of the city really thought that there was a legitimate chance of the Browns starting 1-0.
Oh, there was.
And there was for the first half, maybe.
Yep.
They didn't. 23-10 was the final. The Dolphins, of course, beating the Browns. I'll tell you what, though, and you and I, we talked about this. It's a tale of two sides of the ball here. The defense looked incredible.
They did. They really
They
did.
gave up 20, am I not mistaken there?
20 rushing yards.
Rushing
for the
yards
whole game.
to Miami, and that was it. 20 yards rushing is what they gave up. Then we get to the offense, which mustered 10 points.
Yeah. Because, receivers, apparently their job isn't to catch the ball.
I'll tell you what.
Who would have thought?
O'Neal Cousins is a guy. who's
Oh,
on a
my
circle
God.
right here.
I'm pretty
a lot of like radio shows and stuff. They want to give out like a game ball.
Yeah.
Afterwards, be like, well, let's find what was good and all this. No. I want to point out who played the crappiest.
Yeah.
And it starts with O'Neal Cousins. O'Neal Cousins, to his credit, has never played guard before. And I think that was pretty obvious.
Yes, it was.
He's normally a
5
tackle.
penalties?
Yeah, it was awful. I swear you heard his name a lot. And the number one rule.
75 with the flag?
Offensive line is one of the few positions where if you don't hear their name,
That's a
better.
good- yeah.
Like offensive line and punter, if you hear the name, it's probably a problem.
Yeah.
I mean, Cameron Wake, who's phenomenal, by the way. He's a phenomenal defensive end, linebacker, or however they're playing him these days with the Dolphins. He managed to get back there for 3 sacks.
Alone, just
and
him.
made this offensive line look like a bitch.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't even fair. So I want to also take a minute to just tell everybody, by the way, because I know you were all yelling at their TVs and everything, he's up on Whedon a little bit.
Yeah.
He's up just a bit here. Just a bit here.
Because this...
289 yards passing for a touchdown, 3 picks. It should only be 1.
It should.
One of those picks was his fault. Give him credit or lack thereof where it is due or not due. The other 2
Were receiver, it's in my hands. Oh, it's not in my hands. Oh, it's an interception. Oh, crap.
And part of that comes from everybody sort of having to play in a style or position or spot that they don't normally, because Josh Gordon kind of bumps everybody over and rearranges things and kind of changes everything. Like they've said, people have said, where's our vertical passing game?
Well, he's suspended.
Our vertical passing game, is suspended 1 more game.
Yeah.
Then it comes in here. I will say that it did not seem like many shots downfield.
No.
Not as
they
many
had
as I
the
thought.
one to Benjamin in the first quarter, our first drive.
But on the first drive, when you throw a throw an interception that early, you get a little hesitant on offense. It becomes more about let's make sure Whedon doesn't throw a pick, less so than let's throw a bomb downfield.
That one wasn't even all Whedon's fault, because it was one of those, you throw it up and you throw it up for grabs and your receiver's supposed to make a play, but Benjamin's like half the size of a normal receiver. The dude needs to eat a cheeseburger.
Exactly.
And put on some weight, but he couldn't fight for it. He could not regain position on the defender to even make a play at the ball. He just ran down the field and watched it get picked off. You can't do that. It's like you have to get physical and be able to make a play and stop the interception, but Benjamin weighs 50 pounds, so that's not happening.
I'll tell you what, I just pulled up his official weight, 175 pounds.
Jesus.
I've eaten meals larger than that.
170. What the hell are you going to do at 175
5'10",
pounds?
175 pounds.
He has no weight on him. He
I
gets
feel like
manhandled.
if he did, you're talking about eating a cheeseburger, I feel like if he did, it'd be like watching a snake eating like a rabbit, like
Right?
where you see the shape of the cheeseburger. travel
Probably.
down
He
his
is a
stomach.
very skinny man.
Jeez, he's
Go
fast
in.
as crap.
He
Give him credit
is.
where it's due, but
You need to put some
Ugh.
weight on because all he gets manhandled. The only time he can get open is if he straights out some money because he can't body up and fight for anything. He's
175
small.
pounds. I'll tell you what. I'd be more worried about the wind taking him away in the middle
Right?
of the game.
Like if he had to jump up for a jump ball,
I'd be-
and if a wind gust came,
I'd
it'd
be
probably
worried.
blow him away.
In these windy Cleveland falls that we have to deal with,
Right?
a gust of wind pulling him out of the stadium and taking him out to the lake.
Just woo, there he goes.
That's what I'd be afraid of. 175
And you know what?
pounds.
Half of that's probably his hair.
Yeah, at least 50 of those 175 are just
Is his
dreads.
hair? Yeah, it's gotta be.
Man.
Because his dreads are longer than me.
175 pounds. Jordan Cameron, 9 receptions, 108 yards.
There we
You
go.
and I talked about that. He was
Yeah.
pretty good. And a touchdown, by the way.
And that touchdown was a nice grab.
Remember, this is like the first time he started, really
Yeah.
ever, honestly. Non-preseason, of course. Now, here's one that leaves me scratching my head a little bit. Trent Richardson, 47 yards, whatever. 13 carries?
Yeah, why
And
is
no
he
other-
only
it's
getting
not
13
like
carries?
It's not like he's splitting time. Literally,
Yeah.
no one else ran the
That's
ball.
what I don't...
What are you
He was-
saving him for, Norm
And
Turner?
What I don't get is he was running... Like, I'm pretty sure most of those were in the first half. Because he was running
Mm-hmm.
very well in the first couple drives. He was getting huge gains, and then all of a sudden, they just stopped running the ball. And I'm like, why are we just constantly throwing the ball? It's not working because our receivers can't catch. Why don't you give it to your back?
I want to bring up one more thing about this game, and then we'll go on from there. Buster Screen. Buster, don't call me Screen. Our starting corner
Oh, God.
opposite Joe Hayden. I learned one thing about Buster Screen that I kind of knew, but now it's like, another year under his belt. He's progressed. It's time. This is his job. Nobody's behind him waiting to take it. You're the number 2 corner on this team. Go out there and make some plays. I learned something about him. I don't think he should be playing against adults.
No.
I think if he could go back to college or perhaps some sort of Pop Warner, I
Yeah.
think he would be a shutdown
Maybe
corner.
maybe a children's league?
But full height, like grown-ups,
No.
I'm
So
not very
good.
confident.
The only time
Not
he
very
can stop
confident.
someone is literally if he tackles them before the ball is thrown. That's the only time he can stop a receiver. He has
Yeah.
to tackle them before the ball's thrown. Other than that, oh look, Buster Screen just got burned again for another 20-yard gain.
Yeah.
He's terrible. He really is.
Yeah, it was not pretty. It's going to be something they address eventually. It's
They
probably
need
not going to
to.
be till the draft, and I always hate that. I don't want to get ahead of myself. I don't want to say draft when week 1 just happened. But I don't think this guy is not the answer.
God, no. He's
So-
terrible.
I mean, I don't know. Joe Hayden, by the way, people are saying, the Dolphins, obviously the big addition in the offseason was Mike Wallace. People are saying, oh, well, Mike Wallace was absolutely shut down, double teamed by the Browns. No. Single team. Joe Hayden.
Joe Hayden took it to him.
Joe Hayden
Is the shit.
Joe Hayden is potentially the best corner in this entire league.
Yeah.
This entire game.
Because you just
best-
took one of the best
corners on the
receivers
planet.
and held him to one catch for 15 yards.
One catch.
Now that is
15
legit.
yards.
Mad
5
respect to Joe Hayden.
5 targets, by the way. Other than that, he was
Too
so
bad
swarmed.
he can't share some of his talent with Screen.
Unfortunately, Brian Hartline was covered by Screen, 9 receptions,
Yep.
114 yards, and a touchdown.
Oh.
And then we had Gibson on Gibson. That was interesting. Gibson on Gibson. Who spells their name Gibson? That's the only one I've ever seen Gibson with a P.
Well, because I think it's
I don't
not Gibson,
know.
it's Gibson. I don't know.
Gibson. That's weird. Well, you got an interception, so good for you. Whatever you
Yeah.
want to call yourself, I don't care. No, I mean it was a trying experience, like every opener has been for the last couple of years. And I want to make one thing perfectly clear as we move on from talking about this to other NFL action. Browns fans, they're gonna lose next week. I'm not. I have no way of sugarcoating that or anything like that. They're going to be playing the Ravens, who
In
just got
Baltimore.
blown out in
Yeah.
Baltimore on 12 days to prepare. It's going to be rough. So everybody, I'm just saying, I don't want to hear an uproar on the radio and all over the place and
Right.
the people on the street. I don't want to hear people losing their minds next week. We're going to beat St. Louis in 2 weeks. That's what's going to happen. Josh Gordon's going to be back. Mingo will be here. It'll be a whole big reunion party in Cleveland Brown. Sorry, First Energy Stadium. But they're not going to win next week. They're gonna lose, and they're probably going to lose bad. Now they could make a contest of it. They could keep it close.
I think their defense could keep us in it.
Certainly. I kind of want Flacco to just put up good numbers from a fantasy standpoint.
I hope he breaks his leg in the first 5 minutes.
Then I go with Ryan
Flacco's
Tannehill.
a douche.
But no, I obviously I'll be rooting for the Browns, but I'm trying a new approach this year. Total realism. Like, being totally realistic.
Yeah.
Not getting ahead of myself. My expectations are low, then you can't be upset.
You can't be disappointed.
Exactly. So, other NFL action, by the way, my first thing that I noticed after week 1 really ended is, at least I'm not a Bills fan.
It could always be worse.
Exactly. The Bills, to the Bills and Patriots, it's
Jacksonville.
2 points. My God, it's a
couple of safeties this week.
There
3
was.
of them. And they were all pretty much stupid safeties, or by teams that should not have been getting a safety. The first one was, let's talk about the Steelers real quick. Let's talk about that. Yeah, that one
suck
was fun.
too.
That one was fun. The Steelers' offense totaled less yards than Brandon Whedon himself. So there's that, and then the fact that they had a safety, right? They had a safety in literally the opening second of the game, and then they scored a touchdown in the last 2 minutes. Other
So
than that,
basically, it was we're already going to win. Hey, you just score that touchdown.
Exactly. The Titans 16 to the Steelers 9. I didn't see it. Obviously, I saw the highlights later. It was during the Browns game. The safety was on the kickoff.
Yes. What a dumbass.
Tennessee's was it Kendall Wright? I don't know, but
I don't remember
whoever
who it was.
I'd have to check. He gets the ball right in the end zone. He takes a knee. Should have been a touchback, but his toe on his right foot was just outside of the line, which is considered the same as stepping out and stepping back in, which is a safety. So literally on the very first thing that happened to the game was a safety, and then the Steelers did not put up any more points until the waning
great.
2 minutes.
Sucks worse than we did.
It was bad. It was bad. They cannot run the ball either. Speaking of not being able to run the ball, takes us to the Sunday night game. Dallas and the New York Giants. It was pretty bad. How many interceptions did Eli end up throwing? 3, I want to say. Let me check that. Manning, he threw 4 touchdowns, so give him credit for that. 3 interceptions, 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and their starting running back. A lot of people like this guy from a fantasy standpoint. Was David Wilson. He fumbled twice before getting benched for the rest of the day, and they went with
that's terrible.
Whoever this guy is the backup, Darrell Scott. If you haven't heard of Darrell Scott, you're like everyone else in the country. And, of course, he ends up tallying 5 carries, 23 yards. They legitimately just stopped running the ball.
Well, 'cause they clearly have no run game.
Clearly. They're now, by the way, they're reportedly trying out now, working out, I should say, Willis McGahee and Brandon Jacobs. Former Giant Brandon Jacobs. What I was going to say, though, about the Bills is that hurt. If you're not familiar with really how things work up on the Eastern zone area coast, I guess, whatever, over there, it's like Browns Steelers in that every year they're just every year Buffalo is New England's bitch. There's no other way to put it. New England always beats Buffalo. You can always count on 2 victories somehow, some way, and they finally had them dead to rights. And of course, Danny Amendola miraculously recovers. Everyone thought he was out for the rest of the game. Comes back for the final drive, clutch catch after clutch catch. Tom Brady leads them down the field, close enough for a field goal. Gostkowski kicks it, and then there was about 10 seconds left, and the Patriots end up winning because all there was a kickoff, and that was just about it. I mean, this is, poor Bills. But then E.J. Manuel, of course, though, for the Bills, the rookie, 150 yards, 2 touchdowns. Not bad. But I do think this is another situation of people getting a little ahead of themselves. I was listening to something, and they're talking about how last year, Russell Wilson, RG3, Andrew Luck kind of added their names to sort of the top quarterbacks, like the top half and whatever in the NFL. And people are, I actually heard someone on it was something on ESPN. They actually said Well, now it's looking like we can add 2 other names to that list of E.J. Manuel and Geno Smith. And it was like, they played a game, dude. They played a game. Tone it down. That's like the, he used to be quarterback for the Eagles. Now he's on ESPN. Jaws. Whatever his name is.
Jurowski.
Yeah. He's the one that, I think it was him, who just recently said that he believes Colin Kaepernick will be the greatest quarterback of all time. The guy's played like 7 games. I'll give him this week. He's played like 8 games.
Because he didn't even play the whole season last year.
And now he's like, he could potentially be the greatest quarterback of all time. Yeah, I mean, he could. What a vague statement.
Right?
Like, if Colin Kaepernick just gets kicked out of the league, he's like, well, I said he could. I didn't say he would. You know? I mean, that's absolutely ridiculous. Greatest quarterback of all time. 7 games. Let's see. We got some football going on tonight, actually. I think just started. I'll keep a close eye on this one from a fantasy standpoint. Is
Come on,
the
RG3.
Eagles and the Redskins. Redskins leading 7-0.
Already? Booyah!
Yep. Well, there's First drive they got in there.
Who'd he throw it to? Tell me he threw it.
Hell,
I'll take a run.
I'll have to let you know. I'll get back to you on that one.
Tell me it wasn't
And,
your goddamn running back.
That would put you in the hole even more in our fantasy football league. Nope. I think they returned the kickoff
Son of a bitch!
or something.
Thank you for taking
They have no passing or rushing stats.
That means they returned the kickoff, which means
Yeah.
I just lost the whole offensive series.
Or it looks like they might have returned a punt. So
I just lost the whole offensive series. Thanks a lot, Philadelphia, who can't cover kicks.
No, wait, they might have returned a fumble. Michael Vick, 1 fumble lost.
Oh,
Welcome
who would have
back,
thought?
Michael
Vick
Vick.
fumbled. Who would have thought? And next series, he's going to get injured because that's what he does. He fumbles and then he gets hurt.
Hey, they got Nick Foles and how have I already forgotten that kid's name out of USC? Barkley. He was going to be good, and then he just decided
he was supposed
isn't.
to be the first quarterback taken.
He was going to be a big deal. He was going to be competing for the
senior year.
He was going to potentially be number 1 pick this year. And then that senior year happened. I'm telling you, if you're a good college player, drop out after your junior year. If you can get your money, get it. Just take it. Spend it like actually intelligently, and you can live off that.
Nothing good comes from going back for your senior year.
Exactly. Nothing good comes from going to college.
Yeah, really.
We've all learned that here.
Yeah, look at us 3.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
$50,000 later.
Hey, who else was it? Landry Jones? Sam Bradford didn't get hurt by going back. He actually physically got hurt, but missed a whole year. But people were like, he'll be good anyways. I never get that. Like, that's why scouts make more money than me. Someone will blow up their knee and then they'll be like, he's fine. I'd still take him number 1. Why? He needs a new knee. I don't get it.
I mean, who knows?
I don't know. I don't understand. It's all confusing.
Remember when those guys would never get drafted?
Oh, the ones who got hurt?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You get hurt and you're like,
You get hurt,
you
you're
just ruined
screwed.
it. You're just crying on the field. Now it's like, damn.
All that money!
Now they're almost like, this is almost better.
Yeah.
Because now I don't have to worry about sucking my senior year.
Yeah.
I can just enjoy, sit back on my spinal injury and just...
Right, and then you'll still get drafted.
Just hang out and
miss
wait.
some time?
Adrian
so.
Peterson broke a collarbone.
Yes.
That's why everyone was worried about taking him. That's why even Browns fans, he was rumored to be one of the 3 guys the Browns... Like, it was pretty much down to Joe Thomas, Brady Quinn, or Adrian Peterson at that number, I think it was 3 spot. And everybody was like, I don't want Peterson because I know that kind of guy comes to Cleveland and blows up.
Yeah.
And just, steps onto the field and his ankle bends upward and snaps. Like that.
Like
I
Charles
do not want
Bentley.
that guy. Exactly. That guy, if Adrian Peterson came to Cleveland, he's not Purple Jesus or
he's
whatever
not
they call him.
Adrian
Obviously
Peterson.
not Purple Jesus, but still.
He's
not
a
MVP
cripple in a
2000
wheelchair.
yards. Exactly. He's an analyst on the NFL Network right now.
Yeah.
If Adrian Peterson came here, he's on ESPN doing college football or something.
Yeah.
He's not great. I'm sorry. That's just our luck, and we have to accept that as Cleveland fans. You got to accept it and roll with the punches. All right, let's go. Let's rewind a little bit and go into the college level. Of course, they started too. NCAA rankings. I have.
They're starting to piss me off.
I get where you're coming from. I know exactly why. You want to say why? Go ahead.
Yeah, because Ohio State wins 2 in a row, but somehow we keep dropping.
We started the year at 2. We're now 4.
We're now 4, but yet we're 2-0. not really understanding this. If you think we're good enough before the season to be number 2 and we win 2 in a row, I'm sorry we're not being D-bags and running the score up like some people, winning 70-0, because I feel like that's kind of just maybe a little bit rude. But
I don't know why they moved Clemson up now.
yeah.
Like last week, Clemson, they beat Georgia, but they beat them last week.
Yeah.
Now they beat up South Carolina State.
They beat up some
whose
freaking
mascot
nobody.
is an adorable bulldog with a baseball cap.
Oh, why has he got a baseball bat?
Baseball cap, does he? What kind of hat
cap.
is that?
I thought you said bat.
Yeah, he's got a baseball cap. That's weird. And a sweater.
I thought you said bat.
What does a dog need a
Like,
sweater
I thought he
for?
was
It's
just holding
covered
a
in
bat.
fur. Anyways,
But I mean, I would have seen maybe move them up after they beat Georgia, and all we played was who the hell did we play? Buffalo week 1.
Buffalo. Yeah.
But they moved up Oregon, who played some bottom barrel nobody too.
Because Oregon tallied over 700 total yards of offense.
That's because they snap the ball every 3 seconds and they don't stop. Urban Meyer was like, okay, you know
my
what? We're up
God.
by 30. Let's give it a rest. Let's put all the non-starters in.
Well,
Which-
they did this week just decimate Virginia, which is an ACC school. It's for the Power 6 conference.
Yeah, but they've been bad for a while, though.
59-10. Oof. That over 700 yards of offense, by the way, came against Nicholas State.
Nichols? I thought it was Nichols.
I don't care. You have State in your name, and I don't even know which one you're in. Nichols? Yeah, I guess that would be Nichols. What's
Because someone called them dimes or something.
Is Nichols a state? I thought there was 50, and I thought I knew them all.
Yeah,
But
Nichols.
apparently I don't. Can I just say I hate when colleges do that? Like, we were playing San Diego State this week. It makes you sound like an idiot. San Diego is a city.
Yeah, not a.
It's not a state.
Well, Bowling Green
Quit
is Bowling
doing that.
Green State University.
Yeah,
It's just
because
because it's a state school.
I get it.
It means it's a public
I get
school.
it, but it just bothers me. I'll tell you what I hate though is Buffalo. I kind of love it. I'm lying.
Oh, the Buffalo.
They're the Buffalo Bulls. They're the Bulls. So their logo is a bull, and then under the picture of a bull, it just says
Buffalo.
It says Buffalo.
So
It's
it makes
like-
you think it's a buffalo.
It's like you labeled that wrong.
Yeah, that's not a
You did
buffalo.
that
That's a
incorrectly.
bull.
I thought this was a college, and you can't even properly identify a bull. Like, that's one of the first animals. All right, top 25 right here. We're going AP. The USA Today still has the Buckeyes at 3, but I don't care about the USA Today. We're going Associated Press. Number 25,
It's pissing me
Ole Miss. 24, TCU. 23, our first Big Ten school, Nebraska. 22 is Baylor. 21, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, falling after losing to Michigan. Another Big Ten school at 20,
Michigan.
Wisconsin. 19, Washington. 18, Florida, after being upset by the University of Miami. 17, another Big Ten school, Northwestern, climbing up, started the year at 22. Number 16, UCLA Bruins. And number 15, jump aboard the bandwagon, people. There's plenty of room. University of Miami, Florida, Hurricanes. After upsetting the Florida Gators, they are now ranked for the first time since 2010.
And they moved all the way up to 15.
They went unranked to 15.
Woo!
Well, Florida was top 10, weren't they? Or close to it, at least.
close.
I don't know. I can check. Of course, Oklahoma at 14. 13, South Carolina after losing to, what was that, Georgia?
Yeah.
12, Oklahoma State. Michigan is at number 11 all of a sudden. Number
wait.
10, Florida State. 9, Georgia. 8, LSU. 7, Teddy Bridgewater in Louisville. 6, Johnny Manziel in Texas A&M. 5, Stanford. All I can ever think with Stanford now is that's where Andrew Luck came from. Who plays at Stanford now? I don't understand. I don't even know.
No.
All I picture is I don't even picture a player. I picture a poster of Andrew Luck on their locker room. Like, that's when it's like, think of the team. Braxton Miller, of course, at Ohio State. Braxton Miller hurt.
Ooh, sprained his MCL.
Probable. He's most likely going to play next week against Cal. They actually said he could have, if needed be,
Went
he
back
could have
in.
returned in
But
that
there was
game
no point.
against San Diego State. But it's San Diego State. Why would
Yeah.
you do that?
Yeah.
I don't need a trained MMA fighter to beat up a child. I'll just beat it up myself.
Right?
Absolutely.
And our back, I mean, Kenny Guyton's pretty good.
We got the best backup in the country, Ohio State
Yeah, we
does.
really do.
I'm telling you.
So, Braxton Miller, anytime you get cramps, it's okay. You just come on out.
Go ahead and take
We'll
a little
throw in
rest.
We'll throw in our backup.
You're hurting
He'll-
your Heisman chances, but I don't think it
Yeah.
works like that anymore. I don't think you know the Heisman winner at the start of the year anymore.
No, it's all
I
about the
don't
end of
think
the
so.
season.
Look at Florida
Instead of-
State. That kid, the freshman, who knows? Taj Boyd and Clemson are at number 3. The ghost of Chip Kelly and Oregon are number 2. Alabama with A.J. McCarron and the
They
rest
got
of
A&M this week.
Crimson Tide. Alabama versus A&M is going to be a must-watch.
Yeah.
It's a 3:30 game. It's not even prime time.
That's weird.
All right, we're going
A&M's
to take
the one
a
who
quick
beat 'em last
break.
year.
That's right. We're going to take a quick break. When we get back, you're going to find out what's urinating us off. We're going to talk some baseball. The playoff race is getting hot, and the Tribe are still in it. 3 up, 3 down, all that and so much more. Listen to High on Sports on the MSC Radio Network.
User-friendly and ready to serve. MorningShowCentral.com. Heard of the 7 deadly sins?
You are evil.
They're nothing compared to Uncensored Net Noise's 7th annual birthday bash.
I gotta do this.
Friday, September 20th at the Rock City Tap House in Parma. Live on stage, it's Morality Check, Necros Obscura, The Burning Harlots, Darling Waste, and more for this amazing all-ages show.
Because of your words, I'm now ready to destroy.
All the details for the 7th annual Uncensored Net Noise Birthday Bash at MSCRadioNetwork.com. If you're looking for the best in musical equipment, recording gear, sound reinforcement, and more, Guitar Center has you covered. Guitar Center, located at 26635 Brook Park Road in North Olmsted, has the tools of your trade with the largest selection of music and sound gear in the area. They cater to your musical needs and have the knowledge to help you out. Guitar Center in North Olmsted. MorningShowCentral.com uses them. You should too. Need to know more? Go to GuitarCenter.com.
I know. Oh my God, I know what we're gonna do. Oh, it's so delicious, I can almost taste it.
If you're looking for the best sub shop in town, look no further. Hanini Subs, located at 7310 Lorraine Avenue, is the place for you. Stop in for a cold cut sub, cheeseburger and fries, wingdings and fries, and so much more. I can almost taste it. Hanini Subs at 7310 Lorraine Avenue is open 24 hours a day. Check them out on Facebook, facebook.com/burrito crazy. And if you mention MSC Radio Network, you'll get $1 off your meal. It's all good at Hanini Subs.
So damn good.
Looking for reliable and affordable Shoutcast audio or video hosting? JWN Media offers complete Shoutcast hosting solutions for business or personal use. All plans come with full listener stats, custom web scripts for implementing your service into your existing website, full server control, super fast network, and huge bandwidth limits, a 99.5% uptime guarantee, and friendly, knowledgeable support personnel dedicated to making your hosting experience fun and easy. With plans starting at only $3 a month, you have no excuse not to get a server of your own. Plus, with the option to add auto DJ and on-demand services, you can be confident your station will be all it can be. Custom plans are also available at their website. Simply visit jwnmedia.com and click the Shoutcast hosting link to get started right now. Lakewood Computer, located at 14035 Madison Avenue in Lakewood, has it all. If you're in need of computer repairs or want to cut the cost of ink cartridges and printing supplies, count on Lakewood Computer in Lakewood, Ohio to provide it all. For the past 5 years, Lakewood Computer has been providing you with a huge assortment of computer equipment and services at very competitive prices. Lakewood Computer purchases and sells pre-owned desktops, laptops, and related equipment, and they offer outstanding prices on aftermarket printing supplies, including toner cartridges and ink cartridges. With 29 years of professional experience, Lakewood Computer is highly confident in their ability to enhance your overall computing experience. Check them out online at joeslakewoodcomputer.com. That's joeslakewoodcomputer.com. Or give them a call toll-free, 855-580-0768. That's 855-580-0768. If you have a product or service, let people know about it. Get your message out there and advertise on MSC Radio Network. It's easier than you think, and the whole planet is listening. Find out how you can advertise. Email Chris at morningshowcentral.com.
MSC Radio Network has just tweeted the following. This bowel movement won't come out.
Check us out on Twitter at twitter.com/MSC Radio Network. Call the show toll-free, 1-888-668-0742. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network on morningshowcentral.com.
Oh, wow. Language.
Okay, he was PMSing.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network.
This is President Barack Obama, and you're listening to MSC Radio Network.
Heat 99 Technologies.
Affordable and reliable web hosting done right.
Jumping from one web host to another can be frustrating.
Finding a good web host can be unnerving for even the most experienced of web designers.
That's why Uncensored Net Noise has chosen P99 Technologies as its web hosting supplier. Established in 1999,
P99 Technologies has evolved into a first-class web hosting provider.
its 99.9% uptime rivals many in the industry. That's why they offer their 30-day guarantee.
No questions asked.
For more information, go to P99.com. P99 Technologies will help you get started with your web presence.
With honest and expert customer service.
P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. Hey, local bands and unsigned artists. What if I told you there was a place in Cleveland where you can get your merch made and have it sold in one location? What if I said you could bring your CDs and tickets to upcoming shows to this location? And what if I said you could do live acoustic sets at this location?
I bet you're thinking there's no such place in Cleveland. Guess what? You'd be wrong.
Contact Rick Navario at Rock City, Cleveland, and tell him you need merch made and you want to sell it in his store.
Now, how cool is that?
You can tell your fans to come down and get your stuff, and I think he'd ship your products to your fans.
And he's local.
Contact Rick Navario at Rock City, Cleveland today. 216-622-0377.
That's 216-622-0377. The following message is for those with a credit score of 800 and below.
Who wouldn't want better credit? Did you ever wonder how different life would be from just having a higher credit score? Are you tired of being turned down for any kind of loan or only offered high interest rates because your credit score is holding you prisoner? Life doesn't have to be that way anymore with access to Turnscor. By increasing your credit score only 50 to 100 points, it can potentially save you tens of thousands of dollars in interest over just a 5 to 10 year period. It can be the difference in getting approved for a personal loan, business loan, high limits on credit cards, a brand new car lease, or even a home mortgage. We see so many ads from companies that give us our credit score, but once we get our credit score, what are they going to do to actually repair your credit? Unfortunately, nothing. Until now, Turnscor is the first automated credit repair platform that is simple, safe, and secure. You'll be empowered right from the comfort of your own computer so you can challenge and repair your credit report to ensure it's fair and accurate. Turnscor is specifically developed with you in mind. There's no more need for an attorney, credit repair companies, or credit counseling. More importantly, no more need for paying higher fees. Turnscor will help you get back on track and get the buying power you need. So whether you have bad credit, average credit, or even good credit, Turnscor is helping turn lives around one credit score at a time. Go to turnscore.com and enter the promo code MSC20 and get $20 off your purchase. That's TURNSCOR.com. TURNSCOR.com. Turnscore.com. With hundreds of live weather products and layers and thousands of combinations, Weather Studio provides a professional graphics and store monitoring solution without complex user knowledge and without the industry standard price tag of $1,000 plus broadcast systems. Weather Studio displays a plethora of critical atmospheric and geophysical data on an interactive GIS-enabled computer map. Get your free 14-day trial of Weather Studio at their website, weatherstudio.paulmarv.com. That's weatherstudio.paulmarv.com.
Heard of the 7 deadly sins?
You are evil! Pure evil! Pure evil!
They're nothing compared to Uncensored Net Noise's 7th annual birthday bash.
But I gotta do this.
Friday, September 20th at the Rock City Tap House in Parma.
Live on stage, it's Morality Check, Necros Obscura, The Burning Harlots, Darling Waste, and more for this amazing all-ages show.
Because of your words, I'm now ready to destroy.
All the details for the 7th annual Uncensored Net Noise Birthday Bash
At MSCRadioNetwork.com. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network.
Hello, and welcome back to High on Sports. Sports. I'm Ralphie, and with me, as always,
Ashley.
And I am Von Erich.
not choking.
Yeah,
this
not
time,
choking
but
this
I
time.
Wanted to point out.
Drowning in my
folks
bottle
at
of
home.
water.
Thanks for tuning in tonight, whether you're on your computer or one of the many glorious apps. If you are not on one of the many glorious apps, remember to take your smartphone, search for TuneIn Radio. It is free to download. Simply install it. Search MSC Radio Network. Hit play, and you're listening to us live on the go from your phone, wherever you both may be. Remember, as always, you can call the show toll-free, 1-888-668-0742. Email your questions or comments to shows with an S at morningshow.com. And, of course, you can tweet at us at _on_sports or with the hashtag #HighOnSports. Facebook.com/HighOnSports is the fan page. Give it a like. And highonsports.net is the website. Get there for the archive of all our past shows, my blog, and a bunch of other fun stuff. Again, that is highonsports.net. And remember, we are nearing ever so closer to the MSC Radio Network 7th Annual Uncensored Net Noise Birthday Bash, September 20th. Doors open at 8 p.m. Show starts at 9. Morality Check, Necros Obscura, The Burning Harlots, Darling Waste. It's an all-ages show. $8 at the door. Under 21 is a $3 cover charge. Rock City Tap House, 5324 State Road, Parma, Ohio. You most certainly want to be there. All your favorite MSC Radio Network characters will be there except Ashley, but the rest of us will. And we'll be representing High on Sports and the everything in betweens and all of the other wonderful shows that air all throughout the week.
And Elvis might be there.
Elvis?
He could
Yes.
be.
Oh, man. I
seen-
might
I
have
seen
to
it.
call in sick to work.
Well, what he didn't tell you is it's hologram Elvis.
Oh, how cool
No.
is that?
No.
Can we get my favorite musician, Hologram Tupac?
No, actually, he was in Parma. I saw him walking down the street in front of a music shop playing a guitar.
But he's like super old now. Was
No,
it the real one?
Here's the thing.
He does, or,
Here's the thing. It's Black Elvis.
All right, I'm in. I'm there. That's all I need to hear to be there. Black Elvis, yes. All of my yes. All right. Of course we'll be there. And possibly Black Elvis. I don't know. Hologram Tupac, probably not, but you never know. You won't know unless you're there.
yeah.
Or if you have a
Could
friend
happen.
go, and they'll let you know after.
I know some people. I got some calls to make.
All right, it's round 2. Let's go. I personally know Hologram Tupac. We hang out all the time.
Maybe we don't want him there because then Kanye will show up and shoot him again.
Again? What?
You didn't hear?
Shot by Kanye?
No, it's
Well,
the Illuminati.
technically,
No.
Kanye took credit for it in that one song with Jay-Z.
No, well, that's the Illuminati. That's Jay-Z as part of the Illuminati.
Yeah.
Jay-Z is part of the
His people
underground
killed him.
organization that had
Yeah.
Tupac executed because he knew too much.
So
If you don't believe me, ask Hologram Tupac. He'll tell you everything.
he'll tell you.
He'll tell you everything.
This is all over my head. And I'm the music guy.
I've heard some things from some people. I can't name names. Some of them may have been holograms. I can admit that.
Some of them may be dead.
But, you know, hologram Jay-Z told me stuff. Anyways, it's time for What's Urinating Us Off. I forgot this is a sports show. Is it? Yeah, I guess it is.
I get sidetracked a lot.
And it's... Sorry, we're going to start with who we always... Hey, Tom, Von Erich, what's urinating you off? Go ahead.
Can't even think right now.
Oh, the wheels
The
are gone.
International Olympic Committee has folded under pressure and reinstated wrestling
Good.
back to the Olympics for 2020.
Oh, they're in
Oh,
Japan.
so it's not
by the
even
way.
in the
Is
six.
that Tokyo.
Well, at least it's coming back.
And what urinates me off is the only people who were upset about this were professional wrestling fans who are going to continue to not watch Olympic wrestling or any other wrestling activities that does not involve a steel chair or some guy wearing glittery tights. And you know, it's I was the one guy who didn't see a problem with this. If they bring wrestling back, I say they do it like they did back in the original Olympics in ancient Greece and have them do it nude.
Nude.
Yes.
Ew!
So that way.
Why?
So that way everyone can laugh at them
Why would you want
While
to watch two
they're
naked
doing-
guys wrestling?
while they're doing a sport
What is wrong with you?
that no one wants to see to begin with.
That's disturbing. I mean, yeah, no one wants to see wrestling, but don't tell me that wrestling's less of an Olympic sport than freaking ribbon dancing.
Well, I'm not saying it's less
What about
of a sport.
dressage?
Yeah, or that crap.
Dressage naked.
What?
Why are they wearing clothes on these
You're gonna tell
horses?
me horse dancing or swim dancing or ribbon fairy dancing is more of an Olympic whatever than freaking wrestling that's been around since the Olympics were created? I mean, I'm not gonna watch wrestling, but I still feel like it's better than freaking.
It's one of the original sports of the Olympics, but also you said just to make everything clear, it's not. It's gonna continue to be here. The thing was, they were opening up the spot in 2020. It's in the next Summer Olympics and. Whichever one.
Is?
Yeah, it already is in that one, but the thing was in the 2020
That's
one,
when it was gonna
they
get
opened
booted?
its spot, so now instead it's just not missing a beat. It's just going to continue.
I thought it was.
By the way,
this
in Rio
one,
though
the
they
next
do
one
add.
They were getting booted.
No, 2020.
Okay.
2020, the one that was just announced in Tokyo, Japan, home of Japan. I don't know. Bruce Lee from there? I'm probably wrong. Probably not. I don't know.
He could be from the
I think he's from Hong Kong. I don't know.
hell knows?
I don't know what goes on in Tokyo. I've heard it's bright. There's lots of lights and little characters on the walls and stuff in the cities. That's all I know about Tokyo. So teach me, Olympics. I'm ready to learn.
They got the third Fast and Furious movie.
Of course, that's something people immediately say when you get off the plane. Welcome to Tokyo, home of the third Fast and Furious movie.
The one nobody watched.
And the 20th.
The 20th.
Yeah, there's so many of those damn movies.
Wait, did Tokyo Drift take place in Tokyo? I didn't even know that.
There's 6 right now, and 7 is coming out soon.
Oh,
No,
they
there's
won't
5. No,
stop.
there's 6.
I get it. Cars
And they
are
set
fast.
it up. They set it up for a 7th one.
Cars are
cares?
fast. We get it.
Yeah, but dude,
Vin Diesel still doesn't have hair. What are you
Walker's in
doing?
it.
Is he?
Paul freaking Walker.
He's not in anything else.
Really?
I don't know.
Yes.
Whatever.
Yes.
Somebody was in it.
Is that
Somebody
your
was-
lover?
Have you seen his face?
Is that your lover?
Ludacris did a
gorgeous.
song for Too Fast, Too Furious, which is one of the worst
He's in
titles of a sequel ever. Let's be adults here.
That one was kind of crappy
Too
too.
Fast, Too Furious.
The number.
They're both the number 2.
Yeah.
That is
'Cause it
one
was the
notch
second
above
one.
ending your movie title with Electric Boogaloo as far as the sequel goes. That is not.
But
that
it
is
was
not
the
good.
second one.
It was.
2.
But by their logic, is this the 22nd? I see 2 2s. Anyways, thank you, Von Erich, for sharing with us
You're
what's
welcome.
urinating us off. And mine just naturally progresses into the world of basketball. Dennis Rodman. I'm looking at a picture of him right now in the suit that has
never
money,
fails to amaze.
money printed on it. And
Wait, this was-
anyways, this is it's a little old, but there's new details coming out. Right? Rodman actually just took his second trip to North Korea.
You went back?
Hold on here.
Oh my god. Oh dear God.
I'll read the excerpt here. Days after returning from a second trip to days after returning from his second trip to visit Kim Jong-un, in which he said he became the first foreigner to hold the leader's newborn daughter. Rodman announced plans Monday to stage 2 exhibition games in North Korea in January. The first will be January 8th, Kim's birthday, with another to follow 2 days later on the 10th. First of all, that's weird.
Is this an Onion story?
No, it's not.
No, he legitimately went over there
It's
because
not
he's
September
lost
11th.
his marbles.
He went back and held his daughter for the first time.
He's
That's-
like, I
who
don't get
does
it.
that? Like, oh, Dennis Rodman, come here and hold my baby.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
Well, it's Kim Jong Un. I don't know what that. He's too busy trying to freaking find a nuke to blow up the world.
He hopes
that
to
he's
have-
probably just handing his daughter to everybody.
He hopes to have stars such as Karl Malone and former Chicago Bulls teammate Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan. This is a
yeah,
quote
I'm pretty
from
sure
Rodman.
they got better things to do than hang out in North
This
Korea.
is what Rodman says. This is a quote from him. Quote, Michael Jordan, he won't do it because he's Michael Jordan. That's all you need to know. Michael Jordan won't do it because he's not stupid. He's
Yeah,
not
because
crazy.
he's not dumb.
What happens when this goes is this like the new Die Hard or something? Like suddenly Kim Jong-un is gonna have kidnapped all our old basketball players.
Yeah,
and then we're screwed. He's got them all hostage. Do we negotiate with him at that point?
No.
What is it worth to this
we
country to get
we
Karl
send in
Malone?
the tunes.
Exactly.
So they can
Wait a
save
minute.
the world.
This is all just an elaborate promotion for Space Jam 2.
Yep.
isn't it?
Because Kim Jong Un and his North Koreans are gonna be the aliens,
Oh, really?
and they're gonna steal our best. They're actually gonna steal the guys now instead of just their talent.
By the way, since I mentioned basketball, I just want to bring this up. Has anyone seen that picture circulating of LeBron James without shoes at the beach. His foot's messed up. You need to. I'm gonna post this on the Facebook, the High On Sports Facebook tonight.
Oh, please don't.
He's got his toes are like it's not right. It's not right. Look it up. LeBron James' foot. It's not right. It's not pretty. It's gonna ruin your day like it ruined mine. But I just want to point that out. That's a fun story. But anyways, let's talk baseball. I know Von Erich wants to. The Indians in action right now. Do we have a score, by the way, on that? Or are you looking up LeBron James' foot?
It's still 1-0. All I'm getting is LeBron James football.
Is it? Yeah, it's of course, as Drupal Cabrera hit the home run while we were on commercial break. So, anyways, Indians leading right now. Who are they playing, by the way? I just had that and I just lost.
Kansas City.
Kansas City, duh. Which is a big game. Kansas City not far behind in the wild card.
3.5
race.
games out.
Indians,
right now.
of course, 5.5 back of Detroit in the division standings. But let's be more realistic here and look at the wild card.
Oh my God, what's wrong with his toe?
Thank you.
What, ew.
We'll have it on the Facebook page soon enough. But Cleveland is only 2 games in back of Tampa Bay right now for the final wild card spot. Of course, that would put them in a 1-game playoff with either Texas or Oakland, with the winner going on to play a full series against somebody else, Boston or Detroit, probably. Tampa Bay, I believe, is in action tonight, if I'm not mistaken.
No, they're off.
They're
tonight.
not? Oh, they are off tonight. Okay, good enough. Which gives the Indians an opportunity, if they can beat Kansas City, to push Kansas City further away, who's 3.5 out of that last wild card spot, and allow them to gain a half game on Tampa Bay and be only 1.5 back, with again 19 games remaining in the season, counting this one they're playing right now. So not counting this, only 18 left. Under 20 games left. That's nuts. Quick glance at the rest of the standings across the league. Boston is 7.5 up on Tampa Bay. They're probably going to win the division at this point.
Yeah.
7.5 game lead this late in the game. Probably enough to do it. Of course, Detroit 5.5 over Cleveland. Oakland just a 1.5 games over Texas. And the record good enough out west that whoever doesn't win the division is almost definitely going to get that first wild card spot, or at least a wild card spot. So it's Oakland and Texas trading blows right now to see who gets the guaranteed series, while the loser out of the two of them will have to play a 1-game playoff game to get in.
The National League looks like it's pretty much all set up.
National League's pretty much done.
Yeah, with
of
Atlanta
course.
in the East, the
Except
Dodgers in the
Central.
West.
Central's interesting there.
Could be St. Louis or Pittsburgh.
St. Louis with a
Or
1.5 games or a 1.5 games up on Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. And actually, if I bring up the wild card standings here.
Yeah, they are all tied up.
Wow. Pittsburgh, Cincinnati. So basically, they will very likely get all three 8 games over Washington.
Yes, 8-game lead on the wild card standings.
Wow. That means we will see Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, and St. Louis, all from the NL Central, make their way into the playoffs.
That's
almost
a tough
guaranteed.
Division.
Of course, nothing's locked up. Nobody's locked up anything so far. But they'll be coming soon. You got maybe 2 weeks, I'd say, if not less, before we start seeing things actually get locked down. Yeah, about 10 days or so. We've got certain things like the Dodgers will probably, or actually Atlanta will most likely lock up their division before anybody else. Of course, over the Washington Nationals. Washington Nationals actually with a winning record. Again, that'll back-to-back years with a winning record. It looks like they'll have.
And they started out horribly.
That's true. Yeah. I'm optimistic about them. Although I still say last year that was one of the stupidest decisions anyone's ever done, was shutting down Strasburg. Going into the playoffs.
Yes, it was.
Going into the playoffs. You're saying, yeah, we don't want to win a World Series right now. We'd rather keep him fresh.
And now what are you doing? Oh, you're doing nothing.
You're staying home during the playoffs.
Like I said.
All right, we're nearing the end of the show here. So I'm going to crack into 3 up, 3 down. It's the way we always end the show. It's the 3 worst weeks in sports, followed by the 3 best weeks in sports this week. Down number 3 from NASCAR, actually, Clint Boyer. I saw the audio of this. Well, you can't see audio, but I heard the audio of this, and it's kind of nuts. Clint Boyer is being investigated by NASCAR for possibly intentionally spinning out. He all but told his crew chief, I'm going to spin out here, and the crew chief told him that's smart move, blah, 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 whatever. And he pretty much intentionally spun himself out. So we'll see what happens with that. Down number 2, Derek Jeter out indefinitely after injuring his surgically repaired ankle. Do you know what happens to steel when it breaks? It stays broken.
Yeah.
Ugh. Now, of course,
too old to heal, Jeter.
He's out for a while, but this person just got flat out fired, so they're number 1. Manny Diaz fired as defensive coordinator of Texas after the Longhorns allowed 550 rushing yards to BYU.
How do you have 550 rushing yards in one game?
Up number 3, Alabama. The Crimson Tide sit atop the USA Today and AP rankings for the third time. So good for them. Up number 2, the University of Miami. They upset Florida 21-16 to earn their first ranking since 2010. They are ranked number 15 in the country. And up number 1, I saw an interesting meme of him. It's a picture of him, and it says, "So old he is, Alzheimer's, forgot how to lose." Peyton Manning, 27 for 42, 462 yards, 7 touchdowns.
You can't stop that, man.
What a good season. Oh, wait, it was just a game. Enjoy. People getting a little ahead of themselves. I don't know if the Broncos are necessarily Super Bowl bound. We'll see what happens.
Really?
I don't know.
They have a pretty legit defense.
We'll talk later.
And you can't stop their offense.
We'll talk
later. They have 0 running game, and Peyton Manning can still throw the ball.
We gotta save something for next week. All right, that's gonna wrap it up for us this week. Immediately following the show, of course, is Everything in Between with Von Erich. He's got a band in tonight, right?
Yes, we do. The Hedgehog's Dilemma.
Nice. Have fun with that. All right. Well, again, that's going to wrap it up for us. So for Chris, for Von Erich, for Ashley, I'm Robbie saying good night, everybody. We'll see you next week. Same time, same place. Thanks for listening to High on Sports on the MSC Radio Network.
Tribe's up 2-0 now. Woohoo.